Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, finest champagne. Thanks for tuning in. Big shout out to all the boomers. Good morning to Rafterman. I see you there in the box. Today we're talking about Satoshi Nakamoto. Has he moved his coins? Whale alert, whale alert. It appears like someone that's could be Satoshi himself or linked to Satoshi has moved some of those coins. Coins that have not been moved since 2009. And that could have caused the market to take a dip. We're down almost 5% now. We'll be talking about that, the impact of this this movement, because this is interesting. It's a question I brought up in the past. What if Satoshi dumps on us? And what does that mean for the market? How much of this market is held up by Satoshi himself or not? That's a question, guys. And I want to discuss it today. And we're seeing some sort of impact. Is it directly correlated? We can discuss that. Shout out to everybody tuning in. We got 6 viewers. Make sure you're dropping a comment here in the population of the chat box. Let me know if you read me loud and clear. Let me turn off these coins and these dollars. Share my screen and click on this Nord Pass ad so I can get some more BAT tokens. Shout out to KQY. I see you with the memes. I like that meme. Rafterman says elves face strong hands. That's right. We got to keep them. Elves have strong hands. Okay, yeah. We got to have, keep them strong. KQYRQ. Okay, I see you with the memes out there. I like them. I haven't seen those before. Shout out to everybody tuning in on D-Life. I appreciate everybody there. Kaboom, good morning. Shout out to Original Copy. Let me drop a bomb. Nice to see you here in the box. Shout out to everybody tuning in over there on D-Live. I'm still getting D-Live traffic. And I feel like I let some of you D-Livers down as I've been promising an exclusive stream and I haven't followed through. But I will. Shout out to KQ and the rest of the boomers tuning in over there. Thank you so much. Make sure you're following me, guys, on DLive.tv, because if YouTube acts funny bunny on us, we're both on DLive and on Hive, too. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in on Hive. I've been posting there. Hive is a Steam fork. After Justin Sun took over, it looks like the community didn't like that, and they started forking, and I've since started posting more on Hive than on Steam, so let's see. Good morning to Cash Couch. Good day, sir. So, guys, let's talk about this. Well, let's look at the markets first, actually. Let me look at the crypto markets, and we'll talk about this Satoshi Nakamoto movement. It looks like Satoshi started moving coins. It may or may not be Satoshi. It could be someone linked to Satoshi, but we'll talk about it in just a moment. Bitcoin is dumping now, down 4% after having a rally like no other. Honestly, I didn't expect it to stay so strong post-halving. And it looks like finally it's consolidating here. And we're waiting for a new entry point. And we'll continue to wait. It's still too early. Bitcoin dominance now at 66.6%. And that's it's funny. It seems like once things start consolidating and finding its price, we kind of reset back to the 66.6% dominance. It's an odd number that we've came across several times here. I just think it's worth noting. Ethereum there at 206. Now, we had a long discussion the other day, not yesterday because I didn't do the live stream, but the day before about whether I should dump this Ether. I was on the bridge of, dumping the ETH, and I started looking at all my portfolios, and I was up on some stocks, including eBay and Work, which is Slack. So I took some profits over there, and I started readjusting bags because. And in the middle of doing that, once I got around to the Ether, I think I got satisfied my selling itch, and I sold. I readjusted the bags. I started looking at the charts with Ether. I was like, it's still low. Let me give it a little bit. Justin Sun showed how a POS can be shaken out and does not have the immutability that Bitcoin has. Well, sort of. It's the thing is with Justin Sun, it's not because of the POS necessarily. It's that Steemit was sitting on a bunch of tokens, okay, They were sitting on a bunch of tokens that they mined from the very beginning, and they weren't using them. They were basically, they were holding them, but they weren't using the stake to vote. And you know how Steam works. The more stake that you have in your account, the more powerful your voting power is. So the more influence you want over your vote, the more Steam you need to power up. In this case, Steam Incorporated was not using their influence, although they had the majority of the tokens from the beginning. So it's not necessarily, I don't think, a flaw of POS. It's just that it shows that you could basically do a hostile takeover if you have the majority of the stake. But that could also be done technically with proof of work. If you have the majority of the mining power, you could take over. So, it is what it is. I don't think it was stolen necessarily, Rafterman, because he bought it. He outright bought the stake. And this is something that the community should be aware of. When you're getting into a blockchain, who's the ones producing the coins? How are the coins distributed? Who's holding what bags? These things affect the price and the climate and the whole environment of the coin. And this is something that was known. Steam had a bunch of tokens. They could have voted at any moment. They just weren't using it because it was basically a handshake agreement. But as soon as they sold to Justin Sun, he bought those tokens outright so he could do what he wants to do with them, really. And then you got EOS. You're talking about, very similar with EOS. If you have a high stake, you could vote for other people's. Now, it's funny that you bring that up because now Block 1, which owns the majority of the EOS stake, is beginning to vote for block producers over there on EOS, and they have the majority of the stake. So they're basically guiding that chain now. So just like anything else, guys, I mean, if you own the majority of the bags, if you own the majority of the shares, if you own the majority, then you are somewhat in control, whether it be the stake or the work of the mining power, the hash rate. And we know the majority of the hash rate for Bitcoin is located in China. Okay, and that's a red flag, because as soon as somebody decides that they don't want to be friendly with China anymore, there's a risk there. Okay, and I think that it's something that we need to talk about. That Bitcoin risk, obviously hasn't been banned, but that's not off the table. And especially Donnie himself said he wasn't a fan of cryptos. He's shaking out other monies. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think whether you like or not what he did, it was pretty legit. He went and bought the tokens. Look, we could have done that ourselves. If you wanted to buy a million tokens or whatnot, you could go buy the tokens and start voting for whoever you decide to vote for. So when they say he was, I don't know whether to label him a bad guy or not. Obviously, he's not behaving how the community wants him to behave, but he bought those tokens. They banned TikTok recently. Right. I'm glad you brought that up, OBS 7. I know that TikTok had some sort of links to China, and they were snooping on privacy. I think that, I don't know the details, but I know there's a link there, and there was some sort of a ban going on. I think there was also a link with Zoom as well, and Google was not allowing, or is not allowing, their employees to use it on site. Don't quote me on this because I don't know the details. But the point being is, as the Cold War tensions heat up with China, you got to watch out for that. You never know, Didn't hear the siren come into a battlefield. Yeah, I threw the siren there, CryptoZilla. Good morning to you, sir. But yeah, that's what's going on. So let's go ahead and talk about Satoshi's coins. Well, I was running down the prices here, first of all. Ether, they're at 206. So I didn't sell the Ether. I'm holding the bags. I ended up, I started considering, taking some profit selling. And I went through all my bags. And there was other bags that I believed were worth selling more than Ether at the moment. Ripple at 19 cents, Bitcoin Cash at 236, Satoshi Vision, we skip. Litecoin at 43 bucks, Binance at 1653, EOS at 256. We're seeing a lot of red today, so it looks like it may be a buy day. Tezos at 276, Cardano at 5, Chainlink at 399. Is there anything green? Wow. Stellar at 343, Crypto.com. I'm liking this one a lot at 7 cents, and Monero at 63. 62. And it seems like Leo is the only one that's looking green out of the ones we just mentioned. Is there any big winners today? Wax. I like Wax. This is a gaming token exchange. We actually had this in our portfolio at a point. And Theta as well. This is a video platform exchange. We've also held this bag. OMG, Omisigo. I haven't heard much about Omisigo in a while. So it seems like a few of them are up. But yeah, Wax and Theta, I like these. And is there any good deals? Electronium is down, and then Steam is down after pumping yesterday. Steam is doing another fork. I don't know exactly what's going on there. I think now they're forking, and they want to fire back at those that supported Hive, and I don't know what's going on. So I stopped posting on Steam. I'll be honest. I had already powered down, and things got so confusing and so much drama there. I just basically stopped paying attention. Now Hive popped up, and I'm trying it out, and let's see how it works. Theta is booming, absolutely. So it looks like Steam got dumped yesterday. All right, let's talk about Nakamoto. Okay, first mover, Bitcoin rattled by transfer of Satoshi coins that might not be Satoshis. So let's talk about the details here. And the big idea behind what's going on here. Even idle speculation that mysterious Bitcoin founder Satoshi Nakamoto might be moving around the small batch of the crypto appears sufficient to spook the market on Wednesday. Bitcoin slid 2.3 and now it's down almost 5, retreating after a 4-day rally and pushing the price down to about 95. We're now at 93.43. But earlier in the day, Bitcoin plunged to as low as 9,100 after the Twitter account Whale Alert sent a message indicating a recent transfer of 40 Bitcoins worth some $391,000 might be from a possible Satoshi-owned wallet that had laid dormant since the first few months of 2009. Soon after Bitcoin itself had launched. Shortly afterward, on Wednesday, the same address transferred 10 more coins over the blockchain. Okay, Satoshi wrote the white paper. You know that. I don't got to give you the details. According to the crypto security researcher Sergio Lerner, Satoshi's untouched hoard might include as many as 1 million Bitcoins through BitMEX research. Though BitMEX research has estimated the number could be closer to 700,000. Movement from old and active Bitcoin is notable since such events rarely happen. In fact, the 50 Bitcoins at the focus of Wednesday's speculations from data block 3,654 versus more than 631,000 now were the first inactive coins mined in early 2009 to move since August 2017. Okay. So they don't know for sure. And some people say it is and it isn't. And you could keep reading. I'm not going to read the entire article. But if you really own 700 coins or Bitcoins or a million or 700, how many did they say? Let me go back. How many coins did they say he owns? As many as 1 million, but maybe 700,000. So, he's about a million coins, almost a million coins that could be linked to this gentleman. That's a lot. That's a lot. You're talking about majority rule here. I think that that's something that a lot of people don't consider. This guy here, this mysterious entity, no one knows who or isn't and who he is or isn't, is sitting on a bunch of coins that he hasn't dumped on. And what if he starts dumping? And look, he dumped 40 or 50. And we don't even know if it's him and he moved 40 or 50 of them. And already the market starts dumping. I've said this before. I mean, I feel like this is kind of an Achilles heel too. Because, who's this guy that nobody knows who he is and he's got such a big bag? Okay, I don't like that. All right? Just to be honest with you guys. So, something to consider. I don't think a lot of people... Look, there's a lot of things that are not talked about with Bitcoin. Number one, its lack of fungibility, okay? That the fact is it's a surveillance coin. That's not something that most crypto influencers talk about. And number two, this Satoshi thing, this guy that everybody thinks is a savior, which in fact may or may not be true, is sitting on almost 1 million coins. They're saying it's not Satoshi 99%. Okay, I mean, whether he is or isn't, the fact is that these coins haven't been moved in a long time, and it just brings that question out. What if Satoshi starts moving? these coins. I mean, look, we already saw an impact and people suspected it to be Satoshi. What if it's really Satoshi? You know, it's just something to consider. It seems to me like this anonymous entity has too much of a stake. There's too much uncertainty. That's the truth. It's not certain who this guy is or isn't. Is he a savior? Is he DARPA or what? What's he? Who is it a group or what? You know, that's what I said. And again, you know, being his big cousin, I think being part of the fam, I'm in the right to ask these questions. Yes, Bitcoin is a surveillance coin for real. Right. I mean, like, let's call it for what it is, guys. I mean, I'm a Bitcoin crypto maniac, and I believe the price is going up, and it's all good and everything, but let's call it for what it is. None of these crypto influencers are going to tell you the fact. They'll tell you about how it's the revolution, how it's against the banks, all this positive stuff, but at the other hand, they're watching you. Bitcoin is a surveillance system. It's right there. Every single transaction is right there forever. Okay? So it's something to consider. That's something that people don't talk about, you know, and they use the word crypto, but in fact, I don't think there's anything crypto about it. I mean, maybe the cryptographic code, but I'm implying privacy when I think about crypto, some sort of a cloak. Okay. The only true crypto on the block out of the top 20 is Monero. I told you guys. Okay. I told you guys, I don't know how many times to explain to you. Monero. That's why the champ recently has opened himself up to trading other speculative assets, including the stocks, because when you really start doing the mathematics, there is no main difference. Like, you know, at the beginning, it's like, oh, crypto, it's against the banking system. Guys, come on. That was really cute. Okay. It was really cute. But we've learned one thing. Don't go with what you think or what you hope or what you believe in. Deal with what you have in front of you. And what we have in front of us is a surveillance coin made by an anonymous entity that has a large stake. Adventures in Bitcoin says, I'm more concerned about mining centralization with Bitcoin. Yeah, I just addressed that just a few moments ago. We were talking about, you know, the flaws with POS and, you know, how Justin Sun could have, you know, maybe took over Steam. And, you know, I brought to everybody's attention that the majority of the mining power is centralized in China. So, you know, I don't know what else to tell you guys, you know, and watch out, you know, everything's all good, but all it could take is 1, 2, 3. Donnie gets on the horn and bans Bitcoin. What's going to happen? Maybe the price goes up, maybe it goes down. I don't know. But like, you know, they banned gold in the past. You know, I'm not trying to FUD out or anything. I got bags of Bitcoin. I'm holding it. I'm actually most bullish on bits than almost anything else. But, you know, I'm not one of these crypto enthusiasts that don't think that Bitcoin's immune from criticism. 92.90 here on the bits. So let's, I've just shared this article. Satoshi Nakamoto, apparently, now they're saying it's not him with more blockchain analysis. You could read the entire article. I didn't read all of it, but, you know, it really goes into the analysis of whether these coins may or may not be Satoshis. But, you know, it kind of spooked the market there. Look, this is it. I think this right here, this candle was the impact here. If he really has 1 million Bitcoins, what if this guy's just starts dumping? He's got like 700, 1 million. What if it's him and a few friends? You know, he's been a nice guy. We've trusted Satoshi. He hasn't said anything. He hasn't popped out. But what if this guy pops out on us and starts saying something? We don't know. I'm bullish on Jesus Christ, says Rafterman. Amen. Let me drop a bomb on that. We need to let go of the left-right paradigm. China and USA are the same side. They just pretend to be opposite. We know the deal at OBS, obviously. You know, that's obvious, guys. Look into the Antarctic Treaty that was signed in the middle of the Cold War, and that should explain everything, okay? Come on, guys. The same reason Russia never called out the fake moon landing. Guys, all of this is just a show, okay? The bad guys and the good cop, the bad cop. The good cop and the bad cop show. Crypto influencers pre-halving going to 100,000. Crypto influencers after having Satoshi moves coins go to 1K. That's funny, Tyler. Are you buying, selling, or hodling here, champ, says Adventures. Right now I'm hodling. I'm looking for an entry point. I sold some at the top going into the halving. So I sold into the strength of the halving some. And the majority of the remaining of the bag I'm holding and looking to buy back in if we should see a dip. The reality is we don't know who it is, and he abandoned us, says J Par. Yeah. He bailed on WikiLeaks drama like a total wuss. Oh, all right. I don't know the actual details between Nakamoto and the Wiki drama, but you're making a point here that I never really thought of. And look, I'm the first that called it out. I said, Satoshi Santa Claus, don't believe this guy. It's not the storyline. You can't just... I used to believe the storyline, hook, line, and sinker, but then it just hit me. As soon as I stopped watching porn, you know, listen, a year without porn, guys, you could probably start seeing the future. And it hit me. I was like, this guy, come on, guys, come on. How much smarter is AI getting, says Cash Couch. It is getting smarter, but I'm not one of those guys that think that AI is here to take everything over. I think it's a little exaggerated with the AI stuff. I think the AI stuff is a little exaggerated. I think it's a while before, just like the alien stuff is exaggerated. J Par says it's a fairy tale. Yeah, that's what I mean, I've been saying this for over a year now. I got videos that there's Satoshi Santa Claus. He's the Santa Claus for the financial sector. It's like, here he comes, you know, with the Bitcoin presence. You know, only stopped watching porn recently. Congratulations. Yeah, guys, stop it with the damn porn out there. Stop it and become a stronger man. The first thing you need to do if you want to start seeing clearly is turn off the porn. Once you realize that porn is a weapon that's formed against you, then you'll understand what's going on, guys. Most people don't really get that porn is a weapon that's against you. Once you see why, you gotta ask yourself a question. Why do you think it's all free? Okay, it's not to help you out, guys. Best way to have clear vision, you know it. J Par says Lambos. Hey man, AI is real. I got real life example yesterday. Got into supermarkets. They are using AI tech. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm saying that I think that the threat that's being presented by the mainstream media of AI taking over and this and that, I think that's exaggerated. Just like the threat of aliens, you know, that's probably the next one. You know, the alien invasion. I mean, I'm sure that's what they were about to roll out, but the idea of a virus was much more believable. Guys, tune into Project Red Light. Come on. I stopped watching porn for 20 hours, says Albus. There you go. He rides in a flying orange Lambo and delivers piles of money if you're a good boy in Hodl, says J Par. Right. There you go. Let's look at the stocks to see if they're still selling off. Down 0.12. We're about sideways here on the stocks. Futures are up. $10 years down. Cryptos are down. So we're seeing a little red today. And I'm not mad at that. We have to have peaks and valleys out there, guys. But as I said before, the trend is bullish, especially on the stocks, if they continue to pour money out, like, you know, and that's for the short term. What's going to happen mid to long term? I would expect the system to crash and burn, and then for them to introduce a new system that's probably a digital coin or something like that. I've always said that, you know, I believe that Bitcoin is just a case study for blockchain tech. Now, you can see here, U.S. Where's the? No, it was on Cointelegraph. Hold on. Here's another article talking about Trump's Fed nominee advocates a gold-backed currency, even a crypto one. This is interesting information here. Let me share this in the chat. Judy Shelton, President Trump's nominee for the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, has advocated for getting back to a gold standard, possible in a very crypto way, says this article on Cointelegraph posted by Marie Hewlett 2 hours ago. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that. President Trump's nominee for the Fed Reserve Board of Governors is reiterating her advocacy for the gold standard and adding digital currency into the mix. In an interview on May 20th, Sheldon told reporters, "I don't see it so much as returning to the gold standard, more like back to the future. I think that what a gold standard stands for is monetary discipline for its own sake. Money is supposed to be a unit of account, a reliable measure, and a dependable store of value. It really shouldn't be subject to who's the chairman of the Federal Reserve." So, this is interesting. Preserving the dollar as a gold standard. For Shelton, the United States needs actions of the Fed over the past half a century. She has previously argued that the Fed Reserve current mandate flies in the face of the market-led society. How can a dozen people meeting 8 times a year decide what the cost of capital should be versus some kind of organically market supply determined rate? The Fed is not omniscient. They don't know what the right rate should be. How could anyone? If the success of capitalism depends on someone being smart enough to know what the rate should be on everything, we're doomed. So, wow, this is interesting. It's almost, I'm not even believing her. I don't know. It sounds like they're just telling us what we like to hear. It goes on to say, she also says she's open to an approach where the Fed would target a dollar price for gold by linking the supply of money and credit to gold. A linked system could allow currency convertibility by individuals as under a gold standard or foreign central banks under the Bretton Woods. Either way, it could redress inflationary pressures. So, I mean, wow, this is interesting. And someone had asked before, like, oh, do you think, we're going to go back to a gold standard? Well, people will use gold. And the answer is no. But what I could see is a system that's fractionally based on gold, or somewhat based on gold. And of course, it could be, they want to move it to a blockchain tech. That way they could, monitor everybody and tax everybody. It's easy. If the blockchain is supported by the government, they're the ones that run the blockchain. They could see everything. They can even turn off your wallet, So check this one out. I just linked it there. Did I? Yeah. Shout out to Cash Couch. I see you guys, the tech. So many comments here. I lost a few, but I'll start from the bottom. Mongi says USA digital currency could be gold backed. Right, that's what we're talking about here. And I don't think it would be entirely gold backed, but I think fractionally it could be. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. And there's also, coins that already exist that are fractionally backed or fully backed by gold. And I think I've covered them before. I know that, what's this gentleman's name? His father, the guy behind Steam, Stan Larimer, he's behind one of them. Bank celebrities, politicians, IMF, all looking at Ripple. Ashton on Ellen telling all the normies to buy Ripple. Yeah, I never watched Ellen, but yeah, I heard that Ellen's a CIA asset. Ripple. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I'm more upset at Satoshi Vision than I am at Ripple nowadays. But I think Ripple's another bank or coin. That's obviously. China's already doing it. They control 100% of the digital currency. Right. Yeah, they've moved over to a digital currency or moving over. I don't know if they're completely transitioned, but yeah, we know about that. And, guys, we could act like we're against China, but you want to know what the future for the U.S., what they want for the future of the U.S., for us to look like China. I mean, we're already wearing masks. So, we're a few steps away. Listen, China has it locked on their society, guys. And, the politicians and the powers that be would love to have as much as control as the heads of state over there in China, over those here in the West. Bankers are wankers. A little dump here on Bitcoin. Finally, what we expected. I expected it to finally dump, and Listen, I think the possibility of us going back to 8,000 and 7,000 still on the on the table here. And if it does, we'll buy back in. I think ultimately, though, the trend for Bitcoin is still on the way up over the course of the next few hundred days. If it follows a similar pattern post-halving as it did in prior years. So, yeah, that's interesting. Trump's Fed nominee advocates a gold-backed currency. Keep an eye on this. This is... this is interesting. Let's check out Wall Street here. Workers filed 2.4 million jobless claims last week, and the market holds up. It's incredible, guys. There is no economy. Okay, there is no economy. There is no capitalism. Capitalism is not the problem here. Okay, there is no capitalism. What we're seeing here is corporate welfare at its finest. Bitcoin is getting in bed with the banks. That may or may not be true. And I've always said this. I mean, I've been saying this for a while now. I'm looking at both stocks and banks and Bitcoin because to me, there is no difference right now. Okay. The only true crypto, if you want to talk about crypto and the revolution about crypto and privacy, then talk to me about Monero. Okay. All the other things are just speculative assets, whether they be crypto, securities, whatever, surveillance coins, whatever. They're not Monero, okay? I think most people, when they get into Bitcoin, they're getting into something that they think should be like Monero. Bitcoin is for centralized exchanges to pump and dump. It's how they collect them trading fees. They manipulate the price, so there's more volatility to collect fees, says Ola. If they want to make us like China, they will do anything to take away the guns, says Albus. Absolutely. I mean, they've been trying to attack the guns for a while, Albus. You know this. I mean, come on. They've been trying to take the guns for a while. Mongi says Monero, no spy on me. And OBS7 says, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if you're truly about that crypto life and the revolution about crypto, then it shouldn't be anything else but Monero, really. I love Monero, but I don't think the big boys will ever let it truly kapump. And I've said this before. I don't think that we're going to be headed into a privacy coin that is completely untraceable by all the governments. That's not into their best interest. So I think that Monero will always be around as kind of like a gray area type of coin, like it has been, always in the top 20. I don't think Monero is going to take over and be the one, but I see its value, its functionality, and I see why it's there. Let's be honest, QE to infinity, our negative interest rates are good for all crypto, says Adventures in Bitcoin. Absolutely. That's why you've seen, the price. Everything's being inflated in a way, and some of this money, this QE money is making its way into Bitcoin as well. So, yeah, I mean, the free money is helping not only Bitcoin, but the stocks. Trump's making us like China with his state-owned enterprises, says Derek. Freddie says, what's your thoughts on Zcash? I like Zcash, and I'm interested in the privacy coins, but I'm talking about top 20 coins. And something like Monero has way more liquidity, and I'm not against Zcash though. Dan says that's extreme to think only Monero will be strong. That's not what we said. I don't think only Monero will be strong. I think a lot of the other surveillance coins will be stronger as they are now, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I do believe that there's going to be a place for Monero, and that's in the gray area. And when you talk about real crypto ethos and ethics, that's the coin that really represents what I believe the community is trying to reflect. But that being said, those values, those ethics, those are a little utopian, and they may not be a reality in real life. You know what I mean? Daniel says, should I invest in Bitcoins now? I'm not your crypto daddy. I'm not your stock market father. And you got to make that decision for your own. Did you read about the latest Steam drama? I know that there was a new fork happening for Steam yesterday, and that's why the price went up, and now it's dumping today. I stopped posting on Steam, man. Now I'm on Hive. I post there on Hive, and I'm trying it out, and let's see, But either Steam or Hive, I'm not trying to power up and like have a big stake. I'm just going to be posting, and I'll keep some there, but I'm not looking into HODL in either of those coins. It's a shame because, I would say Steam is one of the most entertaining blockchains, the ones I've used the most, and I think it's a great use case of how you could use blockchain for value in social media. I mean, there's so many use case scenarios, but it's not perfect. Just like so many other things here in crypto, it's not perfect. What are your thoughts on Zeke? We read that. I like privacy coins, guys, and I also like decentralized exchanges. And we've looked into both. But let me be clear. I don't think that privacy or coins or DEX exchanges or Monero is here to take over the Bitcoin market or anything like that. I think it's just going to be in its own place. It's like we're not going to roll into a privacy coin being the standard. Guys, that's kumbaya thinking. It's not going to happen. Champ, are you still stacking weights, or did you turn into a soy boy? Says that. I'm one step away from drinking a soy latte at this point because I haven't worked out in a few weeks. I'm going to be honest. Thanks for calling me out because I'm feeling like I need a soy latte at this pace. I mean, it's pretty sad. This thing is. Don't even remind me. I'm here stuck with one Bowflex weight that only goes up to 50 pounds. And I've been looking to try to buy equipment here to try to set something up at home, but now all the equipment is sold out. All the equipment is sold out. So hopefully they open up the gym sooner than later. Let's see how things are over there at the gym. If I'm able to get a open and available squat rack, it seems like everybody's going to be in line waiting for that one rack there at the gym. So I don't know, guys. But thanks for calling me out because when I get back in this, guys, I'm going to start bench pressing Bitcoin, stocks. I'm going to be doing it all. Can I get an old school crip walk? You got it there. Shout out to Adventures in Bitcoin. Yeah, Steam is an OG, Derek. And I can't even be mad at Steam. I posted there so much. And I mean, we were able to, make some crypto out there, and it was. I like the Steam experience. I mean, nothing lasts forever, And I think obviously that boat sailed. See if there's any gainers here on the stocks or whatnot. I let you guys know about that Amazon put credit spread that I put in yesterday. I'm feeling good about that. So I feel like a portion of me wants to sell the majority of the positions that I have in the stocks and use that capital just to be doing put credit spreads. Because like I said in this morning's video, you define your risk and the time. You got your risk defined, the amount of money that you're trying to make is defined, the time is defined, everything is all locked in. So it's a strategy, and you know what's the best and worst case scenarios. And you also know how long it's going to take. So I've been promising you guys, I'll whip out the Robinhood account for you guys, and I'll show you soon. Very, very soon. Very soon. I know recently surfaced. We've been here booming with Bitcoin since at least 2017. Adventures in Bitcoin says, Steam with censorship was never a boomer. I never say never, but I know what you mean. There was some censorship going on there in the form of the whales downvoting. And that's the main critique I had about Steam. I believe that the downvoting power was just too much. The ability to downvote was just too much. So, the whales could perform what Jerry Banfield called economic bullying. And, I thought that was an interesting term, even though I don't like the bullying term, but I get it. CryptoZilla said soy. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I should be sipping on soy lattes after not working out a few weeks, guys. I mean, it's bad. I needed this dip, says Ian. Good for you. Look up prison training videos. These guys make do what they got. Yeah, I know, Jigger Romes, you're right. And listen, I have no excuse. I don't have an excuse. I want to give the excuse that I only have one dumbbell and that I don't have weights and that the gym's not open. But let me call myself out and say that I don't have, that's not an excuse. I mean, I should have already been attacking, especially that my shoulder's almost 100% recovered from my December surgery. Add the surgery, add the corona, and I was set back after years of not missing a day at the gym. You guys, I mean, we were doing self-improvement videos every Friday, doing strength training. But you guys know, I always buy into Bitcoin, but my money never stays there. I can't afford when other coins are tripling. But Bitcoin has proven to be a better move than a lot of the altcoins. So don't be mad at Bitcoin. And again, that's, my opinion. I'm not anybody's crypto daddy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't take any advice from people on YouTube. But that's how I feel. The big question is it going down below 9,000, says Albus. I would expect it to. I've been waiting. I mean, I think that there's a possibility to go under 8,000 as well. For a small time being, but on the other hand, Bitcoin is behaving a lot more bullish post-halving than I would have expected. So anything's on the table. Derek lost weight during the pandemic. He's happy with it. Great. I was listening to something on the radio. It says that 40% of women have gained weight. 20% of men have gained weight in the U.S. during the pandemic, as opposed to the entire world, with their majority of men have gained more weight than women, according to these studies that I heard on the radio yesterday. I don't know if that's true. It could be all fake news. But, yeah. Listen, for the first 3 to 4 weeks of the Rona, I was waking up early, running, doing my calisthenics and everything. But I'll be honest with you, I don't like running like a bunny. I'm not a bunny guy. I've tried to get into running. I joined a runners club at one time. I try to train for a marathon and everything. It's just not for me. What I want is heavy weight. That's what I like. Okay, do what you like, but what I want is heavy weight. I want to get my deadlift back up to where I had it, and I want to crush those numbers. I don't care about running around the block like a little cardio bunny. I'll leave that for the ladies. Original copy says, I hate to be a super bear, but I feel I see it falling to at least 7K. Yeah, I mean, that's possible. And if it does, I don't even think that's bearish. A little pull back before we go back up. Give us an opportunity to maybe buy back in. Dan loves Bitcoin. So do we. And thick chicks. There you go. I like thick chicks too. Passive Crypto says, LOL, Dan. Derek says, maybe try sprinting. I did for a while. I was doing the HIIT training, high intensity interval training. I like that a little bit better. Yeah, and I'm going to call myself out. I'm giving nothing but excuses when it comes to not running. And listen, I know that running's good for you. Sprinting is good for you. It's not all about lifting heavy. I get it. But, on the other hand, I'm also trying to keep it real with how I feel. How I feel. That's how I feel, guys. Alphabet boys move their Bitcoin, says Big Papa. It looks like it. It looks like the Alphabet boys are moving it. Lightweight. I like that, Alvis. Lightweight. Snipe that bunny. Where's my bunny at? HIIT works well for me. Yeah, I did Insanity years back. Those videos, those workout videos. I did P90 and all that. And I liked it. And, I've done running, but nothing satisfied me more. And I never felt stronger than when I started doing strength training. And I documented some of that with you guys over the past year, starting with the strong lifts or whatnot. And listen, I've been into exercise and I've worked in gyms. I've been in fitness both professionally and privately for a while, but it wasn't until I really started focusing on strength training several years ago that I really found something that I enjoyed. Yeah, Ronnie Coleman. Lightweight. Derek says, I get bored with running over 2 miles. Yeah, me too. I don't like it. I just don't like it. But listen, it's great and we should run. And I was talking to someone offline and telling them everything I'm telling you guys. And one of our crypto bros reminded me, he's like, look at Franco Colombo, Mr. Olympia. He's Diesel. And in his book, he would talk about how he ran and that he wouldn't skip on his running. And he was trying to motivate me. Like, look at Colombo, Franco Colombo, Arnold's training partner, the little guy, the guy's Diesel. And he would run a lot too. So strength training is king. Yeah, I like the strength training, guys. Strong lifts. That's really what is my thing. I told you guys, I'm trying to just get. I don't care about the little beach body. I'm not trying to look, all cut up. I want to, I want muscles. I want to be stronger than all the dads out there. Okay. I rock climb upside down. 91.49 on the bits. I shared Satoshi Nakamoto moving his coins. Where's that article? Was it on CoinDesk? And I also spoke about how I think too much depends on Nakamoto. That is the Achilles heel. Nakamoto owning so many coins, having a major stake, nobody knowing who he is, and everybody trusting him like if he is, I don't know, like the savior of the world is a red flag to me. Okay, it's a major red flag. But most people crypto influencers don't talk to you about the surveillance, the fungibility. They don't talk to you about that. Ian says, I run every day, but you have to be balanced. Listen, what I was doing, I was doing like a half-mile warm-up every day before my strength training. And that was enough for me, like any more than that. And when I mean like a warm-up, a light jog, I wouldn't even run. It was a light. Do like a little half a mile, and that, I would get my blood pumping, my cardio, my warm up like that. I would do that every time before working out. So, I mean, that was basically my cardio, But maybe I should do more. You're right, Ian. You should be balanced. And rock climbing's cool too. It's just not really my thing. But guys, find something you like and stick to it. Anyone watch Unmasking Satoshi on Barely Sociable? No, I haven't. I don't know about that. Albus says, what's cardio? Yeah, I know. What is that? Oh, man. I could tell. Albus must be a lifter. Look at CRO's up. I like that. And shout out to Upwork. Upwork is up. This is one that Derek reminded us about. I like this site. I don't know if it's a direct competitor to Fiverr, but it's one to possibly look at. How about Facebook? Facebook ripped yesterday, guys. And I don't really even have Facebook on my watch list like that because, I'm anti-Facebook. I have I think it's a personal problem with them. But anyhow, they ripped yesterday after the announcement of their partnership with Shopify. And, look at Shopify is right here on my list too. Look at the Facebook. They pumped yesterday. Look at this pump. They partnered with Shopify. And you guys know about Shopify. They do online e-commerce solutions for people trying to sell things online, build online stores. Now they're doing this partnership with Facebook where they'll be able to just do Facebook stores on their Facebook page. So you don't have to send traffic outside of Facebook to other sites. And because of that, Etsy started getting clapped up. Okay. I noticed that Etsy was going down. I always look at the potential opportunities and I was like, oh, Etsy's going down. And it's been on my strong buy watch list. So I took a stab at it before realizing why it was going down. And I think it went down because of that Facebook news. It seems like Shopify and Facebook's partnership may be a competitor to Etsy. And I like Etsy. So I do have bags of Etsy. I'm basically even on those. And then I made a play on Walmart too. I picked up some Walmart after the earnings call. They dumped a little bit and took a little dip. And then I bought into some Walmart. But so far, with the stocks and those things, the options put credits have been the best strategy. So much so that I'm considering just maybe only doing that. Mongeese is a professional golfer, so my workout is abnormal. Interesting. Shout out to golf is one of those things I can't watch, but I don't mind to try to play it. I mean, I'm not very good or anything like that, but it's fun to play, but like to watch it kind of is boring. Now, I'm sure you probably disagree with me. If you're professional, you may be entertained watching people do the sport that you like. But for me, since I'm not, I can't really get into it. But shout out to you, Mongeese. That's interesting. A pro golfer. How many pro golfers do we know? I think you may be the only pro golfer here. So even golfers like the bits. Shout out to Mongeese. Jigger Rome says, Albus, fapping is cardio. That's good. That was a good one. Golf is hard. Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I've tried it. I pretty much suck. Coronavirus widens retail divide, leaving Macy's and Victoria's Secret behind. Yeah, a lot of these big retail guys are going to get clapped up. What's the future of Macy's, guys? I mean, we saw JCPenney's going bankrupt, talks about Amazon maybe buying them. And I try to make a JCPenney play, but they close out the trading on them. So where's a good place to buy and sell stocks? I use Robinhood. That's pretty easy to use. And, I'll promote my link because I get something out of it. You could join Robinhood with the link I have down below for free. And they give you one free stock worth about $10. And they also give me one. So, that's the reason I share the link. But yeah, Robinhood's pretty good. There are other places like E-Trades. I haven't used. There's Tastyworks. There's Ameritrade. There's a few of them. Charles Schwab. There's a few of them, but the one I'm using currently is Robinhood. I like it, and it allows me to share a link and then also get a stock. How it compares to all the other platforms that I just mentioned, I don't know because I'm not using them. But for me, I like Robinhood. Roth IRA or anything like that? No, I'm not doing any Roths or anything like that right now. I'm doing speculative investing. I'm not doing like retirement investing or anything like that with what I'm sharing. Yeah, if they bankrupt, you cannot buy stock. Yeah, that's what it was. So I think at that same day while they were claiming bankruptcy, the Amazon talks started. The rumors started surfacing. I actually mentioned it in a video, and then I tried to place an options order, and the next morning, all the orders were canceled, and they were basically delisted. Freedom Grower says, I will try Robinhood. Yeah, I mean, listen, they're when you get into stocks and stuff, it's completely regulated. You need to put your information. You're dealing with a bank, and it's in ways, it's different than crypto, okay? It's not like you're dealing with some overseas thing, and it's all like secret, and like, you got to... But in other ways, it's there's regulations, so you have some sort of protections. Just know what you're getting into. I like it. They take a snapshot and start the restructure from there. Oh, okay. You're talking about bankruptcy on the stocks. Yeah. Try out the Hood, Robinhood. Tell me how you like it, and I've been trying it out for a few months now, and I'm learning about the stock options or whatnot. I've been buying and selling and getting my feet wet and sharing that with you guys. And as I get a little more confident, I'll pull out the dashboard on you guys and start going a little bit more into detail. But I'm still green when it comes to that. Now, when it comes to the cryptos, we have plenty of experience. We've been in the game for years now. But when it comes to the stocks and everything, one thing's about learning about things and going to school, learning this, that. And the other thing is actually getting your feet wet and handling the material. That's why I'm not mad that the first months that I tried out options, I lost almost 1,000 or about 1,000. And I explained that most courses would be about $500 just to learn. And I just instead of getting a course or anything, I'll take a dip and learn about it by getting my hands dirty. Freedom says, what do you think about as far as gold, silver, and other commodities? Oil. I tried to make a move on oil while it was tanking, and I got clapped up and I lost. I'm not, and I think we've talked about this before. I know me and Rafterman talked about this. We don't know, we didn't even know that the oil futures could go negative. So we're still learning about that. I think that there obviously is a future with oil. And also what attracts me with oil is the actual oil companies like Chevron and Exxon. I think those will eventually bounce back. And what's also attractive about those companies is that they pay high dividends. Okay. But other than that, I don't really know much. Now, when it comes to precious metals, silver and gold, I'm a major fan of precious metals. I put them side by side with cryptos. I think they're hard assets. But if you're looking at metals, of course, you could trade them on the exchanges, but it's nothing like really holding the bag. If you don't really hold it in your hands, then somebody else is holding it for you. So I'd start with having something in your hands like real physical silver, real physical metals, holding the keys to your crypto before you start speculating on other exchanges and assets and stuff like that. That's my opinion. Again, guys, I'm not anybody's crypto daddy, stock market father. Ultimately, I'm just giving my opinion. Yeah, blocks of silver in hand would be wise. Yeah, in hand. Have some. I've said this before. Having cash on hand is extremely important, especially in these times of uncertainty. Make sure you have cash on hand. Okay, if you can, get some metals on hand. Now it's tough because the premiums are through the roof. I mean, you got silver trading at what $17? Where's silver at right now? But the premiums are at least like $10 on per ounce, at least. If you can even find someone that sell to you. Where's silver? I want to see the price of silver. $16.91. It had a run up there for a second, but now it's blocks of silver in hand. I don't know that either. Crazy, says Freedom Grower. This Trump schedule tracker puts front and center the days he's played golf. But it's his exercise that he prefers and can talk business along the way. Rafterman says, I think the formation of oil is a meme. It is in more than we know. Yeah, I mean, oil is something like, there's cartels, there's a lot more than we know. And I'm going to keep looking at it. And we were onto something, obviously. I bought in when we was taking a dip, but I think we got in too early. Ultimately, the oil rebounded back to over $30. So, I mean, if I would have waited a week, I probably could have rode that wave. The only thing that worries me about holding cash is I don't want to get caught holding U.S. bag if inflation goes through the roof. Right. That's why you don't, save all your assets in cash. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you need to have some dry powder. Okay. Right now you need to have dry powder. And you saw it when the pandemic hits, when the crisis hits and stores gets closed down, everything. What else are you going to be able to use? Even if inflation's through the roof, what else are you going to be able to use out in the streets? I mean, like you asked before, are you really going to be able to go to a store with like a gold bar and like break it down? I don't think so. So you need to have something to transact in real life, cash. The other day I went to get a burger. The Uber Eats system was down. I tried to pay with the debit card. It was down. The guys didn't know what to do. Luckily, I had cash. The register wouldn't even open. And then I was like, I'll pay for this in cash. The guy had to settle with me out of his pocket. He's like, oh, I'll open the register up later. So, cash still has a purpose. Now, you got to realize, obviously you're fighting against inflation. So holding cash is not an investment. It's a strategy to protect yourself. Credit cards, it's not bad to have credit cards. But like I just gave you an example where the card may not work. It may not even be able to swipe. I tried to use the debit card and the whole system was locked up the other day. And it was just a normal day. It was just a problem. Imagine when the pandemic hits, anything can happen. So you want to have at least a little cash. I'm not saying that it's not an investment strategy. It's a safety precaution. It's like putting on your seatbelt when you get into the car. Queen's Races dropped me $2. Boom. Rafterman dropped me $2. Boom. My day one boomers are here. I appreciate both of you. Yeah, that keeping cash on hand it's not an investment strategy. It's a protection strategy, an insurance strategy. So, you don't want to take the majority of your cash and leave it there. You see what I'm saying? You just got to have some dry powder. It's the same thing of having a gun, you're probably not going to use it. You're probably not going to use it, but it's good to have one just in case, just in case. There's no investment with a gun. You know what I mean? You have it there just in case. Hopefully you never have to use it. And that's kind of how you treat cash. You just leave it there, hopefully you never have to use it. Honestly, people may think I'm dumb, but I don't like saving my money in USD. I think I hold 1K in cash the most. The rest I'd rather have in BTS. I don't think you're dumb at all. I'm more along those lines. I don't think saving money in USD is where it's at. Why would you save money in USD? Okay, why would you save money in USD? There's other things that you could put your money into. I agree. And, we've been covering it. On the oil, I think scarcity is false, says Rafterman. I think so too, Rafterman. I think so too. This fossil fuel stuff is a meme. Come on, guys. What do you think? The oil's really coming from dinosaurs? Get out of here. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Lebanon, but their inflation is going crazy and the banks aren't even letting withdrawals of cash. No, I haven't been, but that's why you should have some cash in hand, because at any moment the bank could close up on you. And it's not an investment. It's just, again, it's a safety precaution. It's just safety. Cash Cow says, hey, Freedom, I miss your D live stream. Sammy says Nakamoto's the U.S. government. Maybe. Woo, Truce in the building. Big Truce is in the building. Truce, I saw you posted a video about Steam and Hive. I wasn't able to check it out, but maybe you could keep us informed of what's going on out there. I know that you're probably more involved than we are. So, we're keeping our eyes over there. Let us know if there's any information that we should know about there, Truce. Guys, follow Truce, crypto comedian and one of the crypto bros that stops by here in the chat. He's got a channel, and if you guys can go ahead and support him as well. Or, I don't like using that word support. Just go show him some love. Support is I don't know, sounds like child support, Truce ain't a kid. He don't need child support. Okay? We don't need your child support. Just, show love if you want. Ian Tattoo gave me $5. Thank you so much, Ian. I appreciate your channel. Thanks for dropping jewels. Thank you for your $5, and I appreciate it. And guys, follow Rafterman, follow Queens, follow Ian Tattoo. If you're getting value from the stream, throw a couple ducats here in the bucket. We appreciate it. If you're broke, which you shouldn't be if you're tuning into us, but if that's the case, share this on your social media and tell your friends, your family, and everybody else about it. Spotify moving, guys. We slipped on Spotify. It was on our watch list. Okay. It was on our watch list for a while, and yesterday it was announced that they have signed a deal with Joe Rogan. I think it's $100 million, if I'm not mistaken. So Rogan's going exclusive to Spotify. They bought his podcast. The Joe Rogan podcast is going to be on Spotify now, all of them. So he's making that transition. I don't think they are going to be on YouTube anymore. So how about that? $100 million. How about Spotify give us a deal for a crypto channel here? Bring the champ over there to Spotify. I'll do it for $1 million. This dump is going to be epic. People want out of the crazy world of Bitcoin, other things to invest in. Maybe, JPAR, maybe. I mean, I sold some, JPAR. I sold some, and I invested in other things. I've been covering it too. I'm expecting some sort of a dump, Par. I am. True says they hard forked on the 20th and stole 23 million Steam from old witnesses, but then a mystery person intercepted the Steam and sent it to Bittrex. Wow, that sounds complicated. How could you intercept Steam? Yeah, I know there's been drama over there. There's been drama. I'm not. So what side are you on? Are you a Hive guy? Are you a Steam guy? Or you don't care? You just want your tokens? I've been posting on Hive. Am I doing the right thing or am I with the bad guys? I don't even know who's the good guys out here. That's the thing. Even like, the Hive community, they probably try to appear like the good guys too. But I know some of those guys over there too were downvoting before even Justin Sun came into the mix. Ross said everybody has their price. You got it. Thai City says they didn't buy his material. He's leasing it to them. Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? You're talking about Joe Rogan. Probably. I don't know the details. But yeah, they made a deal with them. So yeah, I don't know if it's a outright buy or he's leasing. But the podcast is moving to Spotify. The having, Bitcoin's going to the moon. Yeah, that's what we heard. It was 100,000. I told you guys. I mean, my prediction at first was like 81, 82. And then when we got to 8, I said, yeah, maybe 9,000. I don't know if we would hit 10, but we actually went to 10. So it gave us a little bit more than expected, at least on this side. True says, ooh, I just want my tokens. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. Hive is just all the old Steam guys. Okay. Yeah, I've been posting there on Hive. All I know about Steam, it was pumping the other day. Yeah, I think it's because they were going to do a hard fork and people were trying to collect coins for that. J Par said he did the same thing where you sold into the string. Yeah, I sold some. I mean, I've been, clear about it. I said, guys, this halving's coming. I've been holding for a while and I want to take some profits. Can't hodl forever, right? Like, listen, you're not going to be able to make any gains unless you actually sell something. I know someone said, yeah, the deal's made on the buy or you make the profit on the buy. That's somewhat true, but you ain't making no profit unless you sell. Okay, that's bottom line. Unless you sell something, you're not going to be able to realize the profit. And I said this before, you could put it up for a collateral, but that's kind of a sale in its own right. Hit the likes indeed. Let me check over here on D-Live. I see Freedom Grower posting. CryptoZilla just dropped me 10 lemons. Thank you so much, CryptoZilla. We got 4 people on D-Live. I'm multi-streaming with Restream.io to both D-Live and YouTube. And I see Freedom Grower here showing love. I appreciate that. Cash Couch is here as well. And he's mentioning Freedom Grower. I think I've seen your name sounds familiar. Do you have a podcast or something? Maybe I've subscribed. Let me check this guy's channel, Freedom Grower. It sounds familiar. I'll check out the channel later on, but it seems like there's plenty of content out here. Oh, you play the guitar. Nice. I used to play a little guitar when I was younger. I never was that good. But yeah, shout out to Freedom Grower. Apparently he has a D-Live channel as well. Jerry Parr says, you're not allowed to ever sell. I'm kicked out of the Bitcoin club. Yeah, it seems like that, right? It's like, no, you're not allowed to sell. You must hodl forever. Golden Cross. Yeah, how much did we hear about that? Golden Cross, we're going 100,000. Guys, the champ didn't tell you that. The champ keeps it 1,000 with you guys. Come on. I was the first person to call Satoshi Santa Claus. We got 4 people here on D-Live. If I get one more person, I'll do a little lemon distribution. Let me add 50 lemons to the box here. I got Spotify at 193. Let me pull up. When did we put Spotify on our watch list? Because wow, look at this, guys. Am I sharing my screen? No, I'm not. Let me turn this off. Okay, that's easier. Look at this Spotify. When I put it on my our watch list, it was 144. 144. Now it's at 193. Nice gain. Nice gain. Nice gain. And shout out to CryptoZilla for that Moderna call. They've been pumping too. With talks about the vaccine or whatnot. Jay Parr says, "Champ, keeping it real." I mean, I try to, guys. I want to be honest with you guys. I'm not these crypto influencers here with the good Bitcoin club. Like I'm not even homies with any of these people. I don't even know any of these guys. Jay Parr says, "Saved you from drinking the Kool-Aid." I drank the Kool-Aid, guys. I drank the Kool-Aid myself. And I was like, Bitcoin, only Bitcoin. Everything's Bitcoin. And then little by little, I started looking and paying more attention. I think, honestly, the no FAP, guys, I don't know how much I want to push the two. If you learn anything, stop freaking fapping. Stop it so that you could start seeing more clearly. The whole porn thing is a weapon, guys. It's a weapon. I don't know how much to explain this to you. Because at first you're like, FAP, this. It's not a big deal. Guys, when you understand how much of a big deal it is, it's a weapon against you guys. It's why it's been bombarded for free. So, once you take that out, you can start seeing a little more clearly. And it gives you strength too, guys. Why do you think these boxers, they're celibate before they fight? Because it gives you an extra power. A man in battle can't be watching Pornhub. Okay? If you want to be a soldier, you can't be tuning into Pornhub, guys. No FAP for the win. Hold the seed. You know it. Champ, I put 50 in Spotify like 3 days ago and a couple other investments through Cash App. There you go. Nice. I use Spotify. I use Spotify. So, I started writing down the actual companies that I'm using, whether I like them or not. I don't like Microsoft, but I'm using Microsoft every single day. I bet I'll make more money in Bitcoin before my regular stocks move. Probably, that's probably true. And that's why we have more on Bitcoin than we have with the stocks. But, there's some stocks that are moving. Patrick Bet David said Spotify went up $5 billion after signing Joe. I don't know how much, but yeah, it went up a lot. I mean, look, I'm showing you the 1 day chart right here. It went up from 175 to 193 in 1 day. So that's a pretty good move. I mean, let me show you the 5 day. Yeah, this is the 5 day. Just 5 days ago it was at $150. So this is a 5 day move from 150 to 193. So I know Queens made some gains. But I'll tell you, at the same token, if I would have been holding Spotify and then made these gains, I'd sell and wait for the dip to buy back in. Take some profits, right? It's one thing we've learned, especially with that 2017 crypto pump, is never be afraid to take some profits. Never be afraid to take some profits. It's a good thing to take profits. And then FB Facebook got pumped. Wow. I think that was the major mover yesterday. It's true, though. People are like, I hate porn. Why they jack off to porn? Yeah, it's true. So you could make investments through Cash App, huh? And you could buy Bitcoin through Cash App, right, Queens? I don't know anything about it because I don't use Cash App, but it's a... Who owns Cash App? Dorsey? Is that a Square product? And Square is strong too. Square is... do I have them on the list? Let's look at Square stock because they've been up. I've seen them. I'm pretty sure Square owns Cash App. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're down 3% today, though. Let me see the technicals. Still buy. Yeah. Square stocks falls on UBS after UBS turns bearish. UBS analysts downgraded the stock. So what? I mean, it's still looking all right. So it's been downgraded. Cash App, Square, yep, Jack. Okay, yeah, I thought that was right. I don't use Cash App. I do use. I haven't been using Square, but I have in the past for other businesses offline that I have, and it works where you could swipe the credit card right on your phone. They give you a little device that you could put on your phone, and you could start swiping credit cards. And yeah, I've done business like that. Your stream is very nice, high quality feed, looking good. Thank you, Freedom Grower. I haven't really checked your feed. I may be am I subscribed or let me go back to Freedom Grower because again that name sounds familiar. I must be subscribed. Let me say follow. I'll follow and check you out. All right, you're hosting me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I'll follow you. Guys, go follow Freedom Grower, and he plays the guitar. I haven't checked your channel out, so we'll check it out. Queen says, yeah, I don't use Coinbase anymore because of Cash App. You could buy, withdraw, buy stock, sell your Bitcoins automatically on your debit card. Okay. The question, though, is that Bitcoin, you can't withdraw it to your own account, can you? Or does it just stay stuck in the Cash App like it would in Robinhood? Like on Robinhood, you could buy stocks and Bitcoin, but you can't remove your Bitcoin from Robinhood. It stays on Robinhood. I bought some Bitcoin through Cash App the other day, but the best place for me is at the ATM down the road. Still can be anonymous at the ATM. Right. Because maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. My understanding is that if you buy crypto on the Cash App, it's there and you got it and it's all good. But like, let's say if you wanted to send some of that Bitcoin to the champ, for instance, let's say if you bought, a quarter Bitcoin on Cash App, can you send it to another wallet that's outside of Cash App? True says, yes, you can. Okay, so I'm wrong. Okay. Because I know on Robinhood, for instance, you can buy it and sell the Bitcoin on that site, but you can't take it off that site. Just like if you buy a stock on Microsoft on Robinhood, you can't like send the stock of Microsoft to Ameritrade or something, is my understanding. Yes, you can send your Bitcoin out to Binance. Use your Nano, Coinbase. You just have to upload your government ID to do it. Okay. So it's KYC. I mean, so is Coinbase though. It's no difference than Coinbase. I mean, most people here are probably using Coinbase. If you sign up with Coinbase, they're U.S. based. You need to give them your information. If you're going to withdraw from Coinbase, they want your ID. It's just the way it goes. That's good to know. I didn't know that. I thought it was you can only buy, not like send out. But that's good that we clarify. So it's better than I expected. Shout out to Queens for keeping that, for letting us know. And Truce. Come on, one more guy on D Live so I can go ahead and give out some lemons. Some lemon distribution out here, guys. How about Shopify? $793 on Shopify after their Facebook partnership. Can you look up TY? What's TY? Try. Is this it? CoinTel Corp. I don't know who these people are. but their technicals say buy for the 1 day, but out for a week and plus to a month. They're sell. I hope I looked at the right one. CryptoZilla. There you go. Because of the compliant, Cash App said they were going to have to upgrade the. Because of the complaint, Cash App said they were going to have to upgrade the system. I don't like it because it usually takes 10 minutes to get to Binance, but the other way it went to 10K. OT took 24 hours to get from Binance to Cash App. Wow, okay. And Alibaba is down today too. Looking at those put credit spread, I really considered eBay, Microsoft, a few other ones, but the one that seemed to have the best ROI at the moment was Amazon. That's why I went with that play. But I remember the second one in line was Baba. So don't sleep on that. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find a video for you guys, because I keep talking about this and I don't know if anybody knows what the hell I'm talking about. And I want to go ahead and just share a video so you guys could do your little research first before I start really showing these plays in detail on Robinhood soon. How to buy it. I don't know if this is the right video. I think I saw this one.
Selling options can be the easiest and the safest way to bring.
All right, let me show you this video. But specifically, the technique that I keep referring to is called a put credit spread. Okay, put credit spread. And that play I've done it weekly on eBay for 2 weeks. I try to do it on NVIDIA. I didn't get an order filled. And most recently on Amazon seems like so far the best play. So far I'm in the green, but I have to, the play doesn't end until May 29th. So I got till next Friday. We only have 4 people on D-Live. That's all good. I'm going to do a distribution anyway. All right, guys. Go ahead over here to D-Live. I'm going to go ahead and distribute. Damn, we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. Incredible. Amazing. Amazing. Shout out to Jesse Lee Peterson. I haven't watched this show in a while. I like his show. And you know, but the whole thing is that, you know, it's all about forgiving your mama and going to the Father. I can I can summarize it in one sentence. But it's an interesting show. And I like this guy, Jesse Lee. I'm heavy in Sears holding group, says Ty. Sears, huh? That's interesting. They sound like the next J.C. Penney. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do this D-Live. Distribution. Distribute the rewards. On your end, you have to claim rewards. If you have a pop-up blocker, you need to stop the pop-up block. Disable it so that you can get the opportunity to click on this pop-up. Distribute the rewards right now. 30 seconds. Let's go. Drop your memes. Let's do it. Nice. Cash Couch is the winner today. That's nice. I'm glad that Cash Couch won. He's got 53 lemons. Awesome. Congratulations to Cash Couch. He is the lucky winner of the lemonade today. 53.1 lemons that are worth less than a penny each. But hey, No pop-up, right? Shout out to you. You didn't get one, CryptoZilla? I don't know, man. It seems like there's always a little hiccup on these distributions. Someone said, no, I didn't get it. And other people say, yes, I did. And it's all good. Here's a question. If the dollar collapse was to happen, which asset would you want the majority of your money to be in? The next asset that's supposed to follow it, obviously. But, you're probably looking like more of an answer like gold or silver or something that's hard. But I want to be on whatever's next. Whatever's going to replace it is which one I want my majority of the money is going to be in. But let's say we don't know what that's going to be. It's never bad to have some gold, guys. Gold is worth money in all times. You go. I'm not saying you're going to be able to go to the store and buy, but you'll be able to sell your gold for whatever the new currency is. So gold, silver, Bitcoin, and then of course, real estate, but you can't move real estate around. Hard assets is the answer to your question. Hard assets, real things. So, and I would consider Bitcoin a hard asset if you have the keys to it. Cash says thank you. CryptoZilla says I'm just glad someone got them. Yeah, and I'm glad Cash Couch got them because he's been tuning in, showing love, and I'm not sure if this is the first time he wins, but he's not always winning. So shout out to him. I'm glad he won. Derek says no stocks. No, I don't. To me, stocks are not for holding. I'm talking about hard assets. Stocks are speculative. I wouldn't mind Microsoft or the big companies. I wouldn't mind, but to answer your question, if the dollar collapse were to happen, where do you want your majority of money in? I already answered that question. You got to ask yourself this question. What's the biggest stock? Microsoft. Okay. And that's a great stock. I have nothing, it's pretty solid, and Amazon's pretty good, and, Microsoft. But ask yourself this, what's been around longer, Microsoft or gold? 500 years from now, is Microsoft going to be around? I don't know. Will gold be around? More than likely. You see what I'm saying? And let me be honest with you. I like Amazon and I like Microsoft. I think they're going up. They're becoming even stronger. Shout out to Johnson. All right, guys, I'm tuning down because we've been on for a while and I got plenty of other things to do. But I'm grateful that I was able to live stream today because I wasn't yesterday. And I'm grateful for everybody that's tuned in. And also, you get everybody that showed love on the Super Chat today. Queens, Rafterman, and someone else. Let me see who it is. I know someone else. Ian. Thank you, Ian, for showing love on the Super Chat. So, kaboom to all you maniacs. I'll be back tomorrow with the good crypto word. Same bat time, same bat channel. Same crypto time, same crypto channel. Stay strong out there, guys. Stay strong. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne. Thanks for tuning in.